Hi guys, it's Rob here with another Python tutorial, and today we're going to be going over while loops, we're also going to be going over break, and continue. So basically, with a while loop, we would write the word while, and then after it, we have some condition. Now, there's two different ways to write a proper while loop. First, let's make sure we emphasize there's a colon at the end of this. And over here, you could either set up an infinite loop, okay, and here's, our code is going to be indented. Remember guys, Python uses indentation to group things. So basically, everything that belongs to this while loop, right, is going to be indented under this while loop. Okay, so there's two ways to write it. One is to make an infinite loop and to put true here. And then the thing that you have to be sure of is that at some point, okay, you're going to hit a break statement in your code. If you never hit a break statement when you're trying to get to some sort of condition, this is going to result in what we call an infinite loop. Infinite loop. Okay? So basically, when you're saying while true, this in and of itself is an infinite loop. But when you use the break statement, you could break out of an infinite loop. So what break does is it terminates the execution of the loop and goes down to the next part of code that isn't inside of the loop. See, the indentation for here would be lined up like this. It goes to the next portion of the code that's lined up with the edge of this while loop right here, because that means this code is not in the while loop. Any code that's indented here. So let me just make this a little bigger for you guys. I'll just switch over to this. Okay, cool. So basically, that's kind of break for you in that sense. But there's another way to write a while loop. You could write a while loop like this, while, and then you could go some condition. X is less than 5, and then, sorry, that's supposed to be a colon, and then do all of this stuff. Okay, and you don't have to have break in here. The reason you don't have to have break is because this now prevents the infinite loop. Now, what you have to realize though is that there's another way for an infinite loop to happen. By the way, infinite loops, we don't like them. They're called infinite loops because they never terminate. So essentially, in order for a program to be a correct program, infinite loops are very, very bad, and no correct program has an infinite loop that could never terminate. Some make use of an infinite loop, like for example a server program. If you use a certain type of server, you'll use an infinite loop, but the client will determine connection and disconnection. So in a certain case like that, it's okay. But any other case, we want to totally avoid infinite loops. And basically, the other way you could hit an infinite loop is if x is never less than 5. If you write code down here, let's say x plus equals x, and x start at like 10 or something, and you're not reducing the value of x, and you're never hitting 5, then you still have an infinite loop. So essentially, you've just done the same problem. Now, we're kind of running short on time, guys. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to go over continue and how that can be applied to certain types of loops, while and for, and I'll go over a bit more about break versus continue. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.